Hello, and welcome to the fall edition of Titanscast. We're your hosts, Mike and Emily.
This month we'll be covering sports. We'll start off with some upcoming winter sport events at TPHS. The Wrestling District Quad will take place at Tinley at January 15th, along with the IHSA Dual Sectional on February 23rd. The cheerleading squad will be at Oak Forest for their conference on January 23rd, then sectionals at Joliet West on January 30th. The boys swim and dive team will be hosting their TPHS Invitational on December 18th, as well as conference from February 5th through 6th. The boys bowling team will be hosting their Titan Holiday Invite on December 28th and will compete at conference at Oak Forest Bowl on January 9th. The girls bowling team will be competing at Oak Forest Bowl for their Oak Forest Invite on January 9th and conference on January 30th. The Palms team will be performing at Andrew Invitational on January 9th and will be at Eisenhower High School for conference on January 16th.
The Tinley Park football team ended their season with a tremendous record of 7-2 and made it all the way to the quarterfinals and state playoffs. They're considered the second best team in Tinley history, and it's easy to see why. With great players such as Dan McCullough, an all-conference quarterback throwing 1,244 yards and also rushing for 479. Also Eric Schultz, an all-state linebacker who broke the previous tackling record with a total of 132 tackles for a single season. Tinley's offense scored over 60 points for their homecoming, and their defense was a force to be reckoned with on the field. Both players and coaches put in all their effort and were ranked number 8 in the state.
It was pretty good. We went 7-2, and that also hasn't been done in a long time. And then we made it 3 weeks into the playoffs, quarterfinals, and so every week was just another week to play a sport that I love doing, and it was just a lot of fun.
As great as the team was, sadly it wasn't enough. They were defeated by the St. Lawrence Vikings by 36-9 on November 14th. The boys soccer team put forth a grand effort this season, hoping to continue their winning streak from last year. Although they were unsuccessful in securing a conference win, their teamwork made for a good finish to the season. Both golf teams at Tinley Park spent hours of long practice on the range and saw significant improvements from last year. The boys were led by Coach Barcina, and the girls were led by Mr. Moore.
Both girls and boys bowling teams are starting off on an incredible note. The boys' currently undefeated team is led by Captain Jason Griffin. The boys are led by Coach Walsh and Rosinski, along with the girls being led by Coach Ladiak and Simak. The girls' team is filled with many new faces and has potential for greatness this season. They are currently led by their captain, Emily Plummer. Both teams are looking forward to a long road to state and a conference win. Girls' tennis team proved to be a force to reckon with this year, having taken 3rd overall at conference. The varsity team was comprised of senior players Emma, Bridget, Marissa, Anusha, Tia, and Lauren. Emma and Bridget led the team as captains and have been part of the team since they were freshmen. The bond between all of the girls has grown largely over the last few years. Having become more of a family than just a team, Marissa talks to us about what she'll miss most after this year.
One thing I'll miss most about not being in tennis after senior year would be having to stay after school every day with a bunch of my friends and all of us playing a sport that we love.
Senior Eric Schultz hopes to continue the streak of heading down to the state for IHSA wrestling and end his high school career with the championship. Ever since he was a freshman, he had been wrestling at the varsity level. Each year, he has traveled down to the IHSA state championship where he has fallen short. This year, however, he has been training harder than ever and is currently ranked number 4 in the nation for the 195-pound weight class. And it's possible that this year, Eric Schultz takes home his well-deserved trophy. The varsity boys swim team has run the conference for title for over 4 years now, and they're looking to make it 5. The entire team trains hard to keep their streak alive and bring the conference title back one more time.
The varsity basketball team will play Marist Redhawks at home on Tuesday, February 9th. The game begins at 6:30, and the team hopes to come at the Redhawks and give them a run for their money. The basketball team has a roster of talented players. We interviewed varsity head coach DJ Brown to get more in-depth look at the team.
We're young, so we don't really know what to expect. We're going to be tested early, play Joliet West, who's ranked 16th in the area by the Sun Times. So we'll be tested. We're looking forward to it, and hopefully we can grow and be playing our best basketball by March.
Girls volleyball ended their season off with an overall record of 5-12 on the varsity team. The team was led by its captains, Marley and Casey. Marley was the only senior on the team and has been part of the varsity team since freshman year. The volleyball coaches consisted of Coach Rosinski, Coach Jebens, and Coach Honan. Coach Rosinski led the team through their many victories with hopes of following in the 2014 team's footsteps as regional and sectional champions. Although the girls were unsuccessful in securing a regional win, they did advance to the regional tournament in order to have a title-winning team. Recruiting students starting at the varsity level is crucial. We talked to Coach Honan to find out what he looks forward to on the freshman team.
I think it's cool as a coach, you get to kind of work with new kids every year. I think it's good for players and coaches to kind of get that cycle so it doesn't get repetitive or boring. So yeah, it's just exciting that there'll be a new group to work with, and hopefully they're as coachable as this last year's group, because they were very good.
The Tinley Park cheerleaders qualify for state every year since 2007 and are coming back from a state placing season with hopes of making it back in the finals. The first day for a state competition begins on the 4th of February. Last year, they placed 5th at the varsity medium division. After that, they had another invitational at Oak Forest where they planned on taking home the first place again with the rivals, the Bengals.
Well, that's all we have for this week and this month in Titanscast.
Make sure you check us out at our website, www.bdtv228.net, for additional content by searching Brevin District Television.
And once again, we're your hosts, Mike and Emily,
And we'll see you next time.
here on Titanscast.